America is not a racist country.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pamela Moses. Many of you might remember her story where she was jailed over a voting error and they tried to keep her in there for 6 years. Well, now they are dropping the charges because the prosecution withheld files from her defense team. Isn't that the game they've been playing in this country forever? Things that could clear you, they try to withhold the information, hide it in some cop's garage, or somebody is hiding just to ensure you go to jail. This is the rotten things they do up in here. But they want to talk to us about some violence and prison and stuff. Well, maybe if you didn't rig the whole place up, you might have a point. But being that everything is rigged about your criminal system, you don't have a leg to stand on talking to anybody about that nonsense. We don't even want to hear it. But this is the typical thing they do to get people in jail that did not commit a crime, withhold evidence. All right. So, prosecutor drops all charges against Pamela Moses, jailed over voting error. Moses, convicted last year, was granted a new trial in February after a guardian revealed files that had never been given to her defense. A Memphis prosecutor has dropped all criminal charges against Pamela Moses, the Memphis woman who was sentenced to 6 years in prison for trying to register to vote. Moses was convicted last year and sentenced in January. She was granted a new trial in February after the Guardian published documents showing that there had been, her defense team had not been given her files ahead of her trial. Moses was set to appear in court on Monday to find out whether prosecutors would pursue a retrial. The central issue in her case was whether she had known she was ineligible to vote when a probation officer filled out and signed a form indicating that she was done with probation for a 2015 felony conviction and eligible to cast a ballot, even though the probation officer admitted he had made a mistake. And Moses said she had no idea she wasn't eligible to vote. Prosecutors said she knew she was ineligible and had deceived him. Moses stood in the lobby of the probation office while the officer went into his office to research her case for about an hour, he said, at trial. The case stirred national outrage because it underscored disparities in the way Black people are punished for voting errors. Several white defendants elsewhere had been sentenced to probation for impersonating family members and voting on their behalf. Reached by phone, Moses declined to comment on Friday, saying that she was still processing the news. She said she planned to hold a press conference on Monday in Memphis. Amy Weirich, a Shelby County district attorney who prosecuted the case, noted Moses had spent 82 days in jail before she was granted a new trial, which is significant. In the interest of the economy, we are dismissing her illegal registration case and her violation of parole, she said in a statement. She noted that Moses is permanently barred from voting in Tennessee. One of the crimes she pled guilty to in 2015 was tampering with evidence, causes people to permanently lose their voting rights in Tennessee. During Moses's trial, the judge overseeing the case and the two probation officers said they were unaware that it was a crime that caused people to be permanently, that would permanently lose their right to vote. So the probation officers didn't even know what the law was. So she was really misguided by her probation officer. So they didn't even know what the law was when it came down to voting on whether she was eligible or not. Tennessee has some of the harshest policies regarding the restoration of voting rights in the US. People with felonies cannot vote until they have completed all terms of their sentence, including probation and parole. They must have paid off all fines and fees and be up to date on their child support. They also must go through a process in which they get a probation or criminal justice official to sign off on their eligibility. And there is often confusion about the requirements. There is continuing litigation challenging the process. More than 1 in 5 otherwise eligible Black voters, 175,000 people, cannot vote in Tennessee because of a felony conviction, according to an estimate by the Sentencing Project, a criminal justice nonprofit organization. So, really, she was misguided by her probation officer, but they tried to make her pay the price when they didn't even know whether she was eligible or not. When she was asking about whether she could vote or not, why didn't they just go find the answer or find out what it was before assuming that she could vote? Okay, so it seems like they dropped the ball in this whole thing, but she paid the price by going to jail. But y'all, this is nothing new. I mean, this is America after all, and this wicked system is still going. It's still got a pulse. Go figure. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. And I sure hope she can turn her life around. That's what these folks do. They try to destroy your life, destroy your livelihood, and take whatever they can away from you. If she served her time, that should be the end. But these folks, they want to continue to punish you beyond that. And that's what should be illegal. Peace, family.